So, I have a lot of thoughts. Obviously, I already know what I'm gonna title this video and I already know what I have to say, but for your convenience, I'm gonna separate this into two sections. The first section is gonna be a quick, snappy, non-spoiler review of this movie. The second section is gonna be a vivid explanation about why this movie pissed me off. I'm gonna add a timestamp right here, so if you don't want to be spoiled and just want the movie review, stop right here. If you want to just hear me rant, start right here. So this movie, I Care a Lot, written and directed by Jay Blakeson. Let's go over the positives. I'm just gonna go over the positives because in order for me to go over the negatives, that's where I have to spoil. Obviously, Rosamund Pike is phenomenal in this. She's pretty much phenomenal in anything she does, but she definitely plays this vicious, cold, cruel, bad bitch perfectly. Don't mess with her. A lot of people are comparing this performance to her Gone Girl performance, and I can see why. Rosamund Pike just attracts psycho bitch. By the way, sorry if the coloring changes in this. The sun just doesn't know whether to be out or not today. Where was I? You can't help a hater. You can't help a hater. And she plays it so perfectly well. I really hope she continues doing more of these roles because it's such her bread and butter. So bread and butter. Oh, there goes my light. There goes my sun. Peter Dinklage was pretty good in this. Obviously, it's great seeing him doing whatever. Since Game of Thrones, I want to see more of this man in other movies. So I'm happy that he's getting more work and getting more recognition for his acting talents because I miss him so much on Game of Thrones. He was so good. An unexpected standout for me, personally, was Chris Messina. He has so little role in this movie, but for the scenes that he's in, they're so electric. I wish they utilized him more in this movie, honestly, because I feel like if he would have been more present and had more scenes, especially with Rosamund Pike, oh, it would have been so... I felt the cat and mouse between them even more so than with Peter Dinklage, actually, which is interesting. And he had great chemistry with Rosamund Pike. Their back and forth, oof. Oof. As for the plot and the way this movie moves, in case you don't know what the plot is, it's essentially this woman claiming ownership to these elderly people who are more than capable of taking after themselves, but she somehow weasels her way into making it so that the court allows her to take full custody, full guardianship over these old people. She puts them in this corrupt care home and takes their belongings for herself and sells the belongings for herself and ensures that they stay in that care home so that she can do whatever she wants and essentially owns them. Yeah, that is messed up. But the plot moves even more forward when she takes guardianship over the wrong lady who has seriously powerful connections. Boom. From start to finish, you're gonna be invested with this movie. You're gonna have a great time, you're gonna have a blast. There is no single moment of boredom in this movie. It's definitely one of those movies that hooks you in and keeps you hooked in all throughout because you don't know where the plot's going. The fact that it kept you on your toes throughout the entire time says something. And what keeps it the most interesting definitely is the fact that Rosamund Pike's character Marla is so calculating, is so smart and clever that she knows exactly how to play her cards. Everything was smart. Everything was so smart up until a point. Yeah, that's where my problems begin. Okay, and the sun is so down right now. Oh my god, can I fix this? Can you see my face? Can you see my face? Now, with all of that being said, I had such a great time with this movie up until a certain point, and because of that, I'm gonna give this movie an A-. Yeah, surprisingly not as low as you would think, hey? But that's because it is a really good movie. It's such a good movie. I think a lot of people will enjoy their time watching this and they're never gonna be bored. Never a dull moment in this. But the last act of this movie, the last third of this movie killed it for me. This is my dreams. destroyed. I'm going to go into full detail about this because we need to talk about it. We have to talk about it. If you don't want spoilers, this is your warning. This is the time. Go watch it, come back, and tell me your thoughts. You don't have a main protagonist hurting old people and not hurt that person back. She's hurting old people. She's hurting old people. You're not gonna sit there and expect me to root for this psycho bitch who is taking perfectly healthy old people and putting them in this shady ass care home to live the rest of their days as a drugged up vegetable. I don't understand what happened in this last act of the movie. I have so many problems. This is why I have to talk fully about this, because I have so many issues with it that it needs to be addressed. She suffers no consequences, no pain, no suffering, nothing. You could argue because she dies at the end, that's the justice, but no, I wanted that bitch to suffer. There's a point in the movie where Peter Dinklage tells her, I knew a girl like you once, and I cut off all of her fingers. Yes! Cut off her toes! If you have this psycho bitch running around hurting the elderly, yeah, I want to see some toes chopped off. If you're taking advantage of the elderly and abusing them in any way, that bitch deserves to get a toe chopped off. Just one toe, okay? Just one toe. I would have been so satisfied with just her pinky. Just her pinky toe. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Even more so, okay, the fact that her girlfriend survives too. Why? She's pretty gross too, okay? She also doesn't care about the elder, and like she's helping her with this scheme. So if she would have died, bye. Easily movie could have killed her off. But movie didn't do that. Movie decided to crush my soul. Because then at least Rosamund Pike could have been like, okay, yeah, I've gone too far. I've hurt my loved one because of my own stupid ass selfishness, my ego pride. I couldn't set it aside. I just had to win. And now this is the consequence. I made my loved one die. Boom! That would have been perfect. There was no consequences to her actions. None. Ugh. Next part. What makes me so angry about this movie though is not just the fact that it's trying to get you to root for Marla in the last act of this movie, but freaking the things that happen are so unrealistic. Like, this is like typical movie, everything is working out because this is a movie type deal. And it's so annoying because I was taking it seriously. I took it seriously. But then, it gets so ridiculous. You have this powerful mafia boss, and you're telling me that he's not able to kill not just one, but two regular girls? Number one, the fact that she wakes up right on time before she plummets underwater, get out of my face. You're telling me these people didn't know exactly how much to give her to make sure she's passed out for this entire time? The timing of it was just so unrealistic. I'm like, oh wow, what perfect timing that you wake up right at the moment before you're about to die. Wow. Wow. Number two, the fact that she's underwater for a pretty long amount of time, okay? You see her struggling. You see her struggling for a while there to get out of her seat, just to get out of her seatbelt. That requires a lot of energy, and energy that you don't have because you can't breathe, right? So the fact that she's able to get out of it, but then the fact that she is able to kick down a whole ass laminated windshield. How is this tiny little woman able to kick down a whole glass window? How? How? I'll tell you how. No, there's no how. There's no how. She can't. She can't do that. It lost me. It lost me. That was so unrealistic. That was stupid. That was stupid. Even more so, she gets back to the house in time to save her girlfriend. Bro, she's been suffocating. She literally snapped out of it within like a minute. She snapped out of it so quick as soon as Rosamund Pike came there. Like, no. The fact that she wasn't even held hostage. Like, are you that stupid? Like, oh, this mafia boss has like footage of her mom. She doesn't give two shits about apparently, which explains a lot of her character, just in that alone. But the fact that he's literally seen her with her partner, she's seen her with her, and he knows that her partner is significant to her. He's never seen her with her mom. He doesn't know if, like, yeah, exactly, she doesn't care about her mom. He's never seen her with her. So why wouldn't you pick holding her hostage? Why wouldn't you hold her girlfriend hostage? Why? It makes it that much more frustrating because when they were having that little negotiation, he could have easily, boom, I have your girlfriend hostage. If you don't release my mom, boom, she's dead. Done. 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 And then the rest of it, I'm like, I'm not rooting for you. I'm not rooting for you, bitch. The fact that they show in this last part of the movie her whole scheme, this whole plan, you lost me. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see her win. I want to see her lose. Like, why are you showing this? And the fact too that these two average ass girls, okay, again, I know that they're smart in their schemey way, but they've shown no, like, you're not John Wick, okay? Like, you can't just infiltrate some Russian mafia dude and just take him as easy as pie. That finale, it made no sense too. Okay, literally what would have been great, okay, what would have been great is if Peter Dinklage tricked her and told her, yes, I want to be your partner, just release my mom, and we're in the business, said all the things that he said, enticed her, intrigued her, got her trust, released her mom. Literally, the second his mom is released, bang, dead. Bang, 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 dead. Or capture her, torture her, take a toe. But no, we actually had to see her succeed at what she wanted, and actually, even more so worse, she becomes a millionaire, billionaire, taking advantage of all of these sweet old people, and wins. And wins! I wanted to see that bitch lose! What would have been better, like, you established it already too, the director established this early on too, that she wants to win. That is her sole purpose. She wants to win. So the fact that you actually did have her win, what would have been even more better and where I wish this movie direction went, I would love to see that lawyer dude come back and fight her and be able to make her lose everything. That she loses everything, that stupid judge realizes how stupid he was being, how blind he was being, and realizes, wow, I've been trusting the word of this bitch for all these years, and it turns out she's actually a cold-hearted bitch. An untrustworthy, scaly bitch. She loses her title, she loses her assets, she goes to jail, she loses her girlfriend. I wanted to see all of that happen. But no, I don't know what the director was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking. Like, I don't know if he was just scared that, like, oh, well, she's the main character, so we have to root for her. I have to make it so that, like, we're cheering her on by the end. Like, she's a cold-hearted bad bitch, but we like that, right? Like, we like that she's a cold-hearted bad bitch because it's Rosamund Pike and she's so cool. No! The things that she's doing is shitty. So no, we don't like her. We're not rooting for her. Those are my thoughts. I absolutely hated the last act of this movie. I hated it. It drove me nuts. It really did. I kept yelling at my screen because of how much I hated it. When you hurt old people, you deserve a slap to the face. Tell me, please talk to me in the comments. Let me know what you think. And if you agree with me and if you don't, if you actually like the way this movie wrapped up. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed my rant. Got so many more videos coming up for you guys. I'm so excited. Please hit that subscribe button for more. Thank you guys for watching. I am the Film Freak.